that pep talk, Christy. That was great. Good afternoon, Texas agents. Hope you're doing well today. Can you feel it? That little nip in the morning air that's called fall. I don't know about you, but this is my absolute favorite time of the year. So happy fall, y'all, from your Texas Contract Compliance Department. Today's tip is about getting paid as a buyer's agent. Let's take a look at what we will need in your SkySlope file for your transaction to be in compliance with TREC guidelines and EXP broker directives. Obviously, we need a contract, and we are specifically going to be looking at page 10 to see what EXP, as the buyer's agent representative, will be compensated for at closing. On this particular contract, the fee is 3%. The next document we want to see in your file is the pending MLS detail on that property. We will verify that the broker's offer of buyer's agent compensation matches what is on the contract. In this case, the offer of compensation does match the contract, as it also states 3% paid to the buyer's agent. Let's take a look at an example where these two documents don't always match. Here you're going to see that the contract states 3% to the buyer's agent, and the MLS states the buyer's agent will only be paid 2%. If the MLS states 2% is being paid to the buyer's agent, then the contract should also state 2%. Oftentimes, a buyer's agent fails to look at the MLS detail, and they put the wrong amount on this line. If this error is made, we will have to have corrected information in the SkySlope file. One way to correct it would be with the buyer's representation agreement. We would check the buyer's rep you have uploaded and confirm that the buyer has agreed to EXP being paid 3% on the transaction. We would find this information in paragraph 11, where broker fees and who pays them is referenced. In this case, we do see 3%, so the buyer has agreed to pay the difference between what the seller is offering and your stated commission on the contract. We could also have a signed copy of a registration agreement between brokers uploaded to the file. The agreement would need to state a total of 3% being paid to the buyer's brokerage from the listing brokerage on the transaction. If we don't have either one of these documents to change the commission amount to 3% rather than 2%, then the amount on the MLS detail stands and the buyer's agent will be compensated 2%. This can sometimes be very confusing, so please don't hesitate to ask us or come by and see us if you need further information when you're dealing with this kind of a deal. Next, we want to also talk about our third quarter compliance all-stars. We want to thank everybody, all of our EXP agents who uploads their transaction documents accurately and in a timely manner. We would like to recognize a few of those agents that consistently do a phenomenal job on their transaction documents. So today we're going to thank Monica Foster, Sarah Underwood, and Cassidy Bash. Thank you for that, Alan. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being our third quarter contract compliance all-stars. You are spot on with your documents, and you make our job so much easier. We appreciate you more than you know. And lastly, please come by and see us anytime. If you have any kind of a contract compliance question, just want to say hi, or you're not sure what you need to do on a particular form, come by and see us. We're located in the back right-hand corner of the Texas State Broker Room. We are there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. You can also reach out to us via email anytime at tx.contracts@exprealty.net, and we will get back to you ASAP. Now we're going to hand it over to Hannah because she's up next with this week's transactions news.
Thank you, Sherry. Okay, just a quick transactions. I almost want to call it a life hack for transactions, but our quick tip this week is when in doubt, write it out. For any variations or special instructions for your commission payment, say there's a variance with your buyer agent contract and MLS and all that good stuff Sherry was just going over, you can always communicate that to your transaction team in the additional commission information box, and that can be found in the commission tab in SkySlope. And so that is just the best go-to for any bonuses or any information you think is not already conveyed adequately in your SkySlope file that you want shared with your transaction team. I have yet to find any way that this comment box can be overloaded. I've put entire paragraphs in there before, and it saves as long as you press save comment, your comment is saved and we will see it. And so after our quick tip, I wanted to present this month's Lone Star Legends for our Transactions All-Stars, because I love sharing the love with our awesome agents. Our first transaction all-star is Robert Gessner for solo side. Robert always has a fantastic attitude, and his excitement is infectious. Truly a joy to work with. Next up is Marissa Bernal. Great agent to work with, friendly, highly communicative, and on top of all her files. Melinda King, she's always helping other agents and really contributes to the EXP family spirit. She's also a huge supporter of EXP on social media. And then the Lone Star Legend for teams is Lux Realty Group, and we have a gorgeous picture of them with Tally, the manager for teams, and Jenna from our broker team. And the team's transaction, as we really enjoy working with Brittany and her team, the Lux Realty Group. Brittany's communication is top notch. She responds almost immediately, and if something isn't correct in her file, she fixes it or will let you know why it hasn't been corrected yet. So really want to give those agents who are this month's nominees for Lone Star Legends a giant thumbs up, high five, and thank you so much from Transactions. If you want to get in contact with us, you can meet us right here in the state broker room, not right here in the auditorium, but in the state broker room. Just grab a ticket, green tickets for individual, yellow for teams, or email us at tx.transactions for individual.